This is such an important event, and as I started to say, I was so thankful to Gillian for doing this. As we know, we saw that last month, July was the hottest month on record in the world. August was the hottest August and tied with July as being the hottest month on record. Just 3 weeks ago, we learned that a huge portion of the Antarctic ice shelf is in fact breaking off again, which is going to continue the trend of exposing more of the shelf, more water melting, more of our native folks that live in the Pacific and elsewhere will be homeless, as are native folks in Alaska because of the rising waters. So the work that we do here today is incredibly important. As Native people, we knew how to take care of a place, and now it is up to us. It is prophecy. In our own area here, we had the great prophet, Mrs. Essie Parrish from the Kashaya-Pomo tribe, and she prophesied in the 50s that this would be happening, that the world would begin to go dry, as did her doctoring partner, Mabel McKay from Lake County. They had visions, they were prophets, they saw this coming. And they said at that time, the white people will be coming back and looking at our ways of doing things because they'll have realized that something went terribly wrong, that things were wrong. We lived here, there were more Indian people in this area than there was just about anywhere else in the New World. And we got along with each other and with the environment for 10,000 years or more, but then who's counting? The landscape was our Bible. Features of the landscape: water, outcropping of rocks, a cave. Each place in our landscape had stories, and that's how we knew each other. We read the landscape. We knew, for example, here that we didn't go after shellfish from the time the elderberry tree bloomed to the time it dropped its fruit. We could read the landscape. The landscape talked to us. We were organized around bodies of water, so that tribes living along creeks that fed lakes had to take care of those creeks so that the lakes would be healthy. And the lakes, in turn, or people around the lake, had to take care of the lake. Otherwise, the people up in the creek could put poison in the water and poison the people down below. The health of the water was always an indication of the health of the relationship between peoples. We worked collaboratively and again read the environment, read the water. Well, of course, the colonizer came, the colonizing forces and tasks came, and today we're left with just shards of that Bible. Our Bible, our sacred text, is basically burned and destroyed, but there are pieces left. There are pieces left that we are coming back to read and try to understand. And it is the work that you will be doing today and continue, is to go back and work collaboratively as the old people did once again, to begin to read the landscape, to understand, to take lessons from the world around us, to learn that we are not here alone, that we're here together. You know, a terrible thing happened to us, and as it happened to all colonized people. As a people before the invasion of the Europeans, we had a we philosophy, a we with one another, a we with the environment. What happened to Indian people is that in many ways we became like the colonizer. All of a sudden we have an us-them philosophy. Us against them. Us against the environment. Us even sometimes now against one another. And you know what I'm talking about. Disenrollment and all this other kind of crap we're doing. It's horrible. Again, we need to come home and look for ways to make a safe home for everybody. Because that is, if we don't do that, this young person that I saw here will have eyes that will see things that I don't even want to imagine, that the prophets didn't even talk about, our Indian prophets. So again, thank all of you for the work that you're going to do today. I love the notion that it's collaborative, that we work together to take care of our environment. Graton Rancheria, the Federated Indians of the Graton Rancheria, have made environmentalism a priority in everything we do. So that, for instance, when we negotiated our compact with the governor, we did something pretty much unprecedented, where most gaming tribes, until recently, now things are starting to change with the new compacts, but until then, most of the compacts, if you did a revenue share, you gave the bulk of it to the state. Governor Brown allowed us to give the bulk of the revenue share back to the county. But the good news is we got to say how the county was going to use that money. So once our debt is paid off here, the county will get up to $25 million a year that it can only spend on environmental restoration, which means the Aboriginal restoration of the landscape and organic farming. They can't buy new chairs or fix the roads or do anything else. They can only use it for that. In addition, they will get an additional $5 million a year for a collaborative environmental choice of something we want to do together with the county, be it something to clean up the river or the rivers or something like that. So again, we wrote that into our compact. That is part of the deal that we'll be doing. We have always seen, you know, everybody's all excited, gets excited about casinos. Folks, what you're sitting in is no more than a vehicle for two things in this world for us: social justice and environmental restoration, nothing else. We hope that with the monies and the opportunities we have, as I jokingly say, that we can buy back Sonoma County. And that's just what we're going to try to do. Take care of the land, take care of the place, start over. If you have the money to do it, you can do it. We already just north here, or excuse me, west, my directions are mixed up. West of us, we've started our organic farm. And we have Oscar is here. We've hired our first person who's going to be working on the farm here with us full time. And just as we give everybody who works in this casino 20 hours or more a week, the Kaiser Gold Cadillac plan, where you pay nothing out of your paycheck for full coverage. And yes, the child should clap for that because the family gets it. All the people employed on the farm will get the same benefits and wages. It's social justice. They go hand in hand. So we are glad to host this summit. We are glad to host this. And I applaud, on behalf of my tribe, applaud the work that all of us Indian people working together will do and can do together. Let's keep meeting. Let's come back. Let's come back with great stories, and let's work together. Please, please, when environmental issues come up, come to us, pull us together so that we can go to Sacramento. Indian people, 20 years ago, the poorest people in the state, now are the most powerful lobby in Sacramento. But let's lobby for the right things. Taking care of the environment, having Indian people controlling their environments. Those are the things we need to be lobbying about. So again, working together, nothing can stop us now. Because you know what? Together, not alone, and we need to take care of each other. Those tribes who have casinos and are doing well need to take care of those tribes who are further and aren't able to take care of each other. In our compact, the other thing is, once our debt is paid off, the non-gaming tribes in our area will get $3 million a year from us to do what they want. Take care of them. Take care of one another. Work together. That's what we all need to do. But working together, as I've started to say, we can run the state. We have a powerful lobby. We have now, collectively, as Indian people, if we will share, a large revenue. We've had what the non-Indians around here have always had, and that's called money. The question is, let's do the right thing with it. Let's do what our ancestors would want us to do and taught us to do. Let's go back, find pieces of that landscape, learn and grow, and take care of our place once again so that we have a home for all. Thank you and welcome, everybody.